This is about your wild nervous system, forests, and handling the unexpected. Have you been feeling in yourself the stress of what's happening around us? And maybe it's beyond you, maybe it's very personal and it's happening in your world, and maybe it's what's in the news and maybe it's not. Maybe there's so many things that are happening to everybody. It could be disturbing your sleep, disturbing your clarity of mind, just how your body's able to relax, and the energy you have for what you want to do, what you want to live in your life. Our bodies are going through such an intense time at the moment, and they're not designed for this. What it's triggering is ancient reactive survival techniques in our body, but it's different from our ancestors. In our ancient ancestors, they lived in a small world, and their threat was a threat that would happen immediately. It would be close to them. It would be just like they could see it. Okay, and now instead we see danger and we read about it and we hear about it that's anywhere in the world. And this is incredibly stressful on our nervous system. So I want to share with you today a way that I use, that I share with my clients, that is so powerful to shift this. And then everything does become easier, and whatever's happening around you, you can be centered in it and operate well, and therefore can make a difference easier than when we're not feeling very good about what's going on. My name's Cassandra Pornita James, and I work with people, business creators, therapists, professionals who are wanting to really step beyond any inner limitations and make a big difference in the world. And we do this by exploring the hidden, the ancient that our body holds, not just from our lifetime, but from millennium of lifetime, that can get in the way of living a courageous and wild, amazing, creative life and work. So this coming back today, here, I've brought you to a beautiful semi-wild wood on the edge of Dartmoor. And it's spring and everything's bursting into flower and to leaf and the birds are singing. And here, it's easier to drop into feeling relaxed. So I want to explore forest bathing. The term came from the Japanese. The core of it is something that we've all done and our ancestors have done forever, but it's very easy to forget when we spend a lot of time in buildings and on phones. It's about coming out into the woods and rewilding your nervous system. Our body's nervous system is ancient. It hasn't changed since our ancestors. And the modern stimuli and the intensity of it is just too much for it to be able to handle easily. So we all need to come out and spend time in wilderness. And it could even be a wild corner of your park. So how to do it? Basically, if you come with your phone, then turn your phone off. Then you're going to just take pause. You're going to walk slower. Feel your breathing. It's about coming to your senses, literally. It's about returning to feeling. So you put your hands on a tree. You smell the leaves, the flowers, the soil, the water, the bugs, the birds, whatever's around you. You listen and you hear. I don't know if you can hear the birds singing around at the moment. You feel the sun, the wind, the rain, whatever the weather on your skin. You immerse yourself on it. If the weather is mild, you take your shoes off and you put your feet bare on the earth. And if that doesn't work where you are, then put your hands on a tree. Touch moss, feel grass. Stroke an animal if there's one that allows it and is near enough. This is about returning home to wilderness. And what happens when we do this is our deep core nervous system starts to relax and we start to breathe deeper and we start to feel calmer. And if you have a creative ADHD mind, then this is so supportive. If you have stress in your life, this is so supportive. If you're trying to do the impossible before breakfast for everybody else and then find a moment for you, this is important. If you're trying to run business that's complicated, that's amazing, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an expanding business owner, and you've just got so much on your plate. Time out to do this actually makes everything easier. So take a little time, turn your phone off, preferably hide it or leave it somewhere, but like leave it at work or at home. Put it in your backpack, put it in your pocket with it on airplane mode, and let yourself return back to your wild natural self, because the unexpectedness of what's happening around and the sensory overload we're all having is just too much for our bodies. And what will happen? You'll breathe deeper, you'll relax better, you'll start to feel so much easier, and everything becomes easier. Give it a try. I'd love to hear below what you think. Now, if you've felt that there's more than this, and you come and you do this and it helps, but there's much more, then you're not alone. This is normal. The base of our body holds all this tension and fear, and that's my specialty. That's what I work with, my Healing the Deep with acuenergetics, the one-to-one work I do. And it clearing from our perineum, our coccyx, the lower pelvis, from our spine. This is the part of our body that is on hyper alert, and we have no idea. And it's trying to protect us. We think we're cruising through life. It thinks we're about to die. That flows tension and stress through us that it's very hard to work out where it's coming from. And it leads on to all sorts of problems, from lower problems with fertility and sexual problems, spinal problems, low energy, brain fog, hard to focus at work, and hard to take action, and hard to move forward, and hard to live the wild, creative life you want to live to make amazing things happen in this world. All of that area, it can hold us back because it's not trusting that it's actually safe for us to do this. So if you're interested in clearing and shifting at a whole different level, then DM me. Just reply, I'm interested, to this email. DM me if you see it on social media. And I can tell you what's possible, and we can explore what could happen for you if you were to work with me. In the meantime, take yourself out to somewhere wild, to your garden if it's got a wild corner, if it's got trees, to the woods, forests, bush, fields, moors where I am here, parks, preferably in a wild corner, and start to bathe the senses of your body in nature and watch the difference. Ciao for now.